Well, good morning to sunny Tasmania. It's 6 a.m. and I've been up since 5 o'clock trying to get this sodding stream to work. Woke up at 4:30 this morning, for some reason unable to sleep. So I thought maybe this would be a perfect opportunity to try to get back into the streaming, something I have not done for about 18 months. And it's amazing how much you forget. But today, nothing special. I'm just going to be doing some modding for a little while on the Medallion of Chaqua. And if anybody's interested in how it's done, has any questions regarding the mod, or just wants to chat in general, then this is the stream for you. So just feel free to type whatever questions you have. Say hi. I'd be happy to hear from you. So I'm not going to ramble on unless somebody's actually asking me a question, so it'll be pretty quiet. I'm just going to get into the modding, try to remember where I left off yesterday. Never the easiest of things, an old folk like me. And let's see, I'm just going to grab some background music. Nothing special, just YouTube music so I don't get copyright strike. Just something soothing in the background. And hopefully that won't be too loud. Now how do I loop that thing? There we go. Okie dokie dokie. Oh, that's right, get into the modding. So, I've been releasing little bits here and there, images of what the medallion screen looks like. And yesterday, I believe it was. Yeah, yesterday I released the first images, extremely cropped images, of what the ancient spawning pool screen will entail. And that is the screen I'm working on today. So that's the code that I'm currently slaving away on. Excuse me. That's the code I'm currently slaving away on. Trying to battle my way through the section where the player and the AI, because I'm striving to get this to work for the AI factions as well, where the player and the AI gain tablets, whether that's from winning a battle, raiding in enemy territory, I'm hoping I can do that one, or whether it's a random event. So let's carry on, shall we? Okay. Oh, damn, that coffee's gone cold already. Nothing stays warm too long down here in sunny Tasmania. I might sound like I don't like it. No, I love it down here. I'm living out in the middle of nowhere, some people say. I'm an hour and a half away from the nearest large town, out in the middle of the rainforest. Wonderful place to be if you like peace and quiet like I do. Okay, now where was I? That's right, I was putting in some descriptions about what these functions were doing before I completely forget. There's nothing worse than writing a function, going away from it, coming back, and not having any idea what the hell it's doing. Now, granted, these functions are not complex really, but it's always nice to have a brief description just to let you know, let's get you back into it. Alright, so the function is get total tablet count for faction. Well, that's obvious what that does. Hope the keyboard's not going to be too loud. Okay, yep. So I can see the tablet counters collection for the specified faction. Actually, searching for the specified faction. And collects a total count of all tablets that the player or AI has accumulated. Excuse me. Okay, that'll do that for that one. Alright. Get random spawning pool with empty slots. Right, so what are we doing in this one? Okay, oh yep, alright. Searches for the spawning pools which still have 3 slots for tablets to be socketed in. Once a pool, once we have a filtered list, list of these pools. Once we have a filtered list of these pools, we then pick one at random, to return to the calling function where a tablet will be socketed. There we go. So that's the description for that one. Get random tablet for faction, and that's fairly obvious. Searches through the tablet counters collection. And creates a filtered list. Are we creating a filtered list of tablets? Obviously. Creates a filtered list of tablets that are available to be socketed into a spawning pool. We then get a tablet at random from this list, filtered list, to return to the calling function. For socketing in a spawning pool. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, that's that method done. Next is tablet socketed in a spawning pool. I use obvious naming conventions for my methods, but it's still nice to do the descriptions anyway. That way, if anybody is interested in doing a mod of their own, which is not based on any of the game mechanics, but is built from the ground up, well, as much as you can when you're actually modding inside a game, but that way it's easier for anybody to follow if they decide to create a mod of their own along similar lines. So, and always want to try to make things easy to follow. It's a habit I got into when I was a developer for many years. It's tablet socketed in spawning pool. So we're looking at the socketed tablets collection. Okay. Search the socketed we searched the socketed spawning pool tablets collection, that's a mouthful, to determine if the specified tablet is already socketed, oh no, let's say assigned to the spawning pool. We search the socketed spawning pool tablets collection to determine if the specified tablet is already assigned to the spawning pool. Some tablets are unique. Can't spell unique. And if they are already socketed, we need to ignore them. Whilst the majority of tablets are stackable, and can be added as many times as the player and AI like. Oops, there we go. Excuse me a second. You know what there, leader puss? Yeah, I'll get you your breakfast. An hour. Okay, about an hour. Yeah, an hour. You alright there, Zeldy? Yeah? Sorry, I got up early, and my cats are kind of wondering, what are you doing, Daddy? Why aren't you feeding us? But they don't get fed till about 7:30, and it's only 6 o'clock now. I'll feed them a little bit early today, but I don't want to ruin their routine too much. Isn't that right, kitties? Okay. You want to be on camera? No? Okay. Didn't think you would. Alright. Can you move out of the way of the screen so I can see what I'm typing? Come on, go. Off you go. Right, so that's the description for that one complete. Get first empty spawning pools slot. Okay. So what are we searching through here? Socketed spawning pool tablets collection. We're looking for a match on the spawning pool. A match on the spawning pool where the tablet property is empty. Okay. Find the first slot where the spawning pool matches the variable passed in, and the tablet is empty. This slot will then be used by the AI automatically to socket a tablet, or it will cause the slot to be highlighted for the player to add to. Is that right? I think that's right. Okay. Where is that music playing? It's maybe a bit loud. Let's turn that down a bit. Right. Now this is a function I'm still in the middle of doing. So slot tablet into random spawn pool. If we're dealing with an AF action, then we continue. So this is where I left off yesterday. To do, if the tablet is unique, then we need to ensure it does not already exist in the spawning pool, which I believe we're doing here. So if allow duplicate, tablets that allow duplicates can stack effects, so we are fine to add the new tablet. Okay, so when we're adding the tablet, so a tablet is added to the socketed spawn collection, I think it is. socketed spawning pool tablets collection for the spawning pool and slot. Okay, what else are we going to do to ensure that that's socketed? Let's do alright, yeah, this only happens if we're dealing with the AI, because we get rid of human factions there. Alright, so if the tablet is added to the socketed spawn, what else? We need to decrease the counter of that tablet for that faction. Counter for the current faction. Okay. How many other things are affected? Got the socketed tablets collection. We've got the tablet counters collection. We need to check if the spawn pool is now full, and if it allows any more tablets to be socketed. Determine if the spawning pool has any free sockets. An easy way to check this is the... Oh damn it, do we get the slot number here? I'll have to find a way of passing the slot number into this method. Is there any free sockets? Easy way to check is the slot number we just used for the tablet. Added. Okay. And then last thing, I think, if there are no more free slots, then update the spawning pools. What was it? Active, I think. Oh, actually, I forgot to increase the size of this to make it easier for people to read. Sorry. Been straining people's eyes. Alright, so we're looking for ancient spawning pool. It becomes active when all the sockets are full. No. Yeah, active when all sockets are full. Paused when the gem is removed. Number of empty slots. Oh, no, idiot. That's the one I need to update. That needs to be changed. So... spawning pool in these free sockets, easiest way to check the slot number, yeah. So... to do... decrease the number of empty slots on the spawning pool. I'll just put that there as a comment. I think that's pretty much that. And I'm gonna be duplicating a lot of this for here. So this is if we can stack them. If we can't stack them, we need to ensure there's not been socketed. So that's a method I think I was creating before. Is tablets socketed in spawning pool? So we want to use that one. If is tablet socketed in spawning pool? Actually, we want the inverse of that. If not socketed in spawning pool, and what did that take? That takes the spawning pool and the tablet key. So we currently have target spawning pool. Is that the spawning pool name or is that the spawning pool object? Get random spawning pool with empty slots. That's returning me the... that's returning the item. So we need to use spawning pool dot key. Okay. So that takes in target spawning pool dot key, and it also takes in the tablet. Is that correct? Tablet key, and we've got the random tablet by here. Okay. Random tablet. I can't remember the name of the property. Let's have a look at the property on the tablets object. Spawn tablet info. Key again. Okay. I should have known. I wrote the sodding thing. Okay. So if not, is tablet socketed in the spawning pool? Then we can continue and do the same thing as we do in the section above. I'm surprised I haven't had a single comment yet. Is this thing actually up and running? Oh no, alright, it's live. Let me see if the comments are actually working. Morning. Stream with some modding. Oops. Modding. Rambling. And chat if you like it. No? Okay. Comments are on. Just nobody wants to talk to me. Am I that uninteresting? Yeah, probably. Okay. Alright. Hello, Inabran. Oh. Oh, that coffee is really cold now. I'm going to drink it anyway, but... Cat butt in the face. Come on, no, don't sit on my coffee. Good girl. I've had enough of that music now, my girl. I think I'll turn that off. Oops. Ah, you got a glimpse there of my cat. One of my cats. Yeah, there it goes. You got the orange cat, Tiberius, who unfortunately is no longer with me. Lost him about 2 years ago now in Abram, wasn't it? Yeah, 2 years ago. Hopefully the the microphone's picking up okay. Yeah, alright. Okay, on to the modding. If not, is tablet socketed in spawning pool, target spawning pool key, random tablet key, then we can add it. So we're doing pretty much exactly the same as what's above. So instead of duplicating that twice, I might just throw in a variable here, local, excuse me, add spawning pool, no, excuse me, add tablet. Tablet to pool is equal to false by default. Then if we allow duplicates, then we'll set that to true. And if we don't allow duplicates and it's not already socketed, we'll set it to true. And that way, if it is already socketed, it never gets added a second time. Because that would just be a waste of a tablet slot, and there's only 7 slots per spawning pool, so don't want to be doing that. Don't want to be wasting tablet slots. Let's just put a comment here. If duplicates are allowed, then we just set the flag to true. As the AI can add the tablet as often as it likes to the spawning pool. Okay, and it's kind of the same as what I just had by there. And let's go down here. And then on the second part, we need to ensure the spawning pool has not already been socketed in the spawning pool. That doesn't make sense. That should be, we need to ensure that the tablet has not already been socketed in the spawning pool. Excuse me. Good morning, Palo Bearnot. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Good morning, or good evening, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a lovely time. Thank you for dropping by. Really loved your mods back in Warhammer 2. Glad to know you're back on it. Yep, it took me a very long time to get around to it, but I'm deep in the thick of it now. Yeah, back when Warhammer 3 first came out, I'd started working on a mod for Kislev. Then I just had a couple things happen in life, and I stepped away from the game for a good evening for you. Okay, I stepped away from the game for a good year, I think. And it was only Thrones of Decay that brought me back. So I guess you can thank that if you're interested in the mods I'm doing. Oh, what was that? Oh, one of my cats. Hey, Lillipus. What time is it? No, you've still got 30 minutes or so, my girl. Alright? Won't be long. If you go sleep, then actually, you're not going to sleep for 30 minutes, are you? Yep. So, if you remember in Warhammer 2, there was a Medallion of Chaqua. I think that was the first mod I made with a unique UI. Well, the Medallion of Chaqua now is completely different. Far more complicated. Later, what is it? So I've got my one of my cats is tugging at my my arm, letting me know that she wants to eat, or she wants attention. But she won't jump up on the desk to get it. She's lazy like that. Funny. Palo says, oh sorry, Peo, not Palo. I thought that was an L. Okay, I'm sorry. Peo, funny because for me, even if I loved Thrones, I just got burned out by the game. Yeah, that can certainly be a thing. I mean, I enjoyed the Immortal Empires when that was released, but I was making too many videos at the time, and then, like I said, some stuff in real life happened, and I stepped away from the game. I just didn't miss it. Okay, Litapus, okay. Payo said, haha, so you are coming back with a way harder project. Good luck then. Yes, this is... I don't know if I would say it's more complicated than the dwarf one I did. Or is it? No, maybe it's about the same level of complication. There are some unique interactions in this one which make it a little bit complicated. For Warhammer 2, I did one called the Hammer of Grugny, which had a unique mechanic for the dwarves as a whole, and also all of their lords at the time. And then the one that most people missed, which was at the very end of Warhammer 2, I did one for Bretonia. And that was complicated, that one. That was about 12,000 lines of code, that one. But bad timing on the release. Well, the coffee's gone. Bollocks. Alright, so what are we doing here? That's right, so we've just set the flag to allow us to add the tablet. So we then want to check if add tablet is correct. So if that's allowed, then that's when we go and we do the these extra things. You came up on the desk, leader. You missed the dwarf one. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if you still play Warhammer 2, but it should still be in the workshop. Okay, you just never came around playing the dwarves when I subscribed, I guess. We'll give it a shot. I don't know if it's still work. I don't think it's. I don't think there've been any updates that should stop it from working, but I have not tried playing it myself in over a year. That's it. You sit by there, leader. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, just hovered over something. Okay, so tablet is added to the spawning pool's tablet collection for the spawning pool and slot. Okay, so we need to find. So we're going to need to cycle through that collection until we find the right one. So iPairs, and it's the M socketed spawning pool tablets collection. So if item dot spawning pool matches what? Target spawning pool dot key. Tablets added to the socketed spawning pool's tablet collection for the we don't have the slot yet, but we'll need to grab that. So let's get the slot number. I think there's a function I wrote yesterday that does that. There we go. Get first empty spawning spot right above it. So we want that there. So local first slot. No, let's not call it that. Slot number. Get first slot for the spawning pool, and the spawning pool is target spawning pool dot key. Okay. Alright, so that's going to give me the first available slot. We then use that slot here to find the correct socket. So we then check item dot. I'm not sure what that's called, that property. Let's jump up to the top, have a look. We're looking at the spawn pool. No, we're not looking at the spawn pool. We want to be looking at this one, slot position. Okay. So let's drop down to the bottom. So if item slot position, because we're going through, hang on, was that the same collection? Socketed spawning pools collection. Socketed spawning pool tablet, yeah, that's the same collection. Socketed spawning pool collection, if that matches our slot number we just got from above. So if the spawning pool key and the slot number match, then we can update the tablet. I think we're just storing tablet keys. So I want target target tablet. Is it target tablet? No, random tablet. It's target spawning pool, random tablet. Random tablet dot key, I think. Yep, dot key. There we go. So that's the first step. Let's just save this off. Let's jump back to chat for a second. Peo says, sadly I need to sleep now, but we'll try to connect another time if you do more of those. Feel bummed I missed this one. Good luck and thanks for answering. You didn't really miss anything special, Peo. I woke up early at 4:30. I couldn't get back to sleep, so I thought I might try my hand at streaming again. It took me about an hour to get the sodding thing working. So I think you missed about 20 minutes, and it was mostly just me sitting here in silence or rambling. So, Chief Handecker, hello, how are you going? Is that right? Chief Handecker, yeah. Hello there, how are you going? Hope you're having a great day or evening, whatever the case may be. So we've done that, so I don't need to have a to-do there, a reminder anymore. But let's have a little description saying what I'm doing. Search for the record. Where at the spawning pool. And slot number. The match. So we can assign the tablet via its key. There we go. Simple enough. Alright. Well, I guess it's not that simple. Its functions currently almost 1,600 lines of code. Where's my water? Oh, damn, I'm out of water as well. Okay, alright, so we've assigned the tablet key to the socketed spawning pool tablets collection. That's a mouthful. So the next thing we need to do is decrease the tablet counter for the current faction. Okay, what collection am I looking at there? I can't remember. I only wrote that 10 minutes ago and I can't remember. Alright, it's not part of the spawning pool or the tablets. Ah, it's part of this one, spawn tablet counter. Okay, now I should have a reference to that somewhere. Spawn tablet counter. Get random tablet for faction. Get total tablet count for faction. Faction name. Got the random tablet. Alright, so we get that random tablet from that collection, I think. Get random tablet for faction. That's looking at the spawn tablet counters. Okay, so we need to then update that collection as well. So we may as well just do it right beneath it. With the new function. Update. What's it called? Spawn tablet counters. Oh, it's starting to rain again now. Actually had a little bit of a break from the rain yesterday for about an hour. Before that we had 3 or 4 days of solid rain. I guess that's what happens when you live in a rainforest. Update spawn tablet counter. For faction. Oh, no. Won't do that. So we need to pass in the faction name, because that's one of the keys, and the other key will be the tablet. That's not how you spell tablet. Is it tablet key? I'm not sure. No, let's just go tablet key. I think I'm using tablet key everywhere else I pass it around. Okay, so we need to search through the collection. In I pairs spawn tablet counters. The rain's coming down hard now. Alright, so for the item in spawn tablet counters, if item dot, let's make sure I'm using the right property names. Spawn tablet counters. So let's just copy these for a moment so that I don't make any mistakes. I mean, I haven't tested this out in the last 2 days, so I've probably got a whole number of mistakes that will prevent it from running properly. So if the faction, hello Wharf, how you going? Yeah, that's a microphone, buddy. What are you going to do? You're going to sniff it. Okay. Wharf is my latest cat to join the house. He's my... You can see his butt. Oh no. Where's he gone? Hey, wolf. Wolf, up here. Come on. Come on. There you go. Cat. Cat in the face. No, it's alright. It's not going to hurt you. Now I've stuffed it up. There we go. Come on. Off the keyboard. Come on. Off the keyboard. Whoa, you're getting heavy. I'll feed you soon. Come on. Whoa. Off you go. Go sit next to your sister. Okay. If item.faction is equal to faction name and item.tablet is equal to tablet key, then we update the counter. You know what? This is seeming familiar. I think I might actually already have something that updates the bloody counter. I think I wrote it a few days ago. Get total counter, add tablet collection, get chance. Yeah, I already have something. Oh god, I'm an idiot. Update tablet counter for faction. Alright. There's no point in writing the same thing twice. Wolf, please do not step on the keyboard. So update tablet counter for faction. Excuse me. Excuse me. That takes in the faction name. Yeah, it's a more thorough one. Takes in the faction name. Blah de blah and blah. Let's go look at chat. Chief Hanka says, thanks, great so far. Day 2 of my vacation comes to an end. Sleepless in Down Under. Yes, well, I did get some sleep. I went to bed extraordinarily early at 10 p.m. I'm usually up until 1 or 2. And woke up at 4:30. At which point I just couldn't get back to sleep. And felt like doing some coding and thought I'd try my hand at streaming again. And it took me a while to figure out how to get the sodding thing to work. Because I forget things very easily. But eventually got there. Update tablet counter for faction takes in the faction name, and we have the faction name from where? Ah, that's passed into the function. Okay. Faction name. Yeah, the tablet key is random tablet.key. And increase counter. Is that a boolean? I think that's a boolean flag. Increase counter, yeah. So we want to decrease counter, so we want to pass in false. Where are we? There we are. So we're decreasing the counter in this instance. Decrease the counter for the tablet type. As we have used one. Oops, used one. No, as we have socketed one in the spawning pool. Decrease the counter for the tablet. Oh, no. Decrease the factions. Because it's by faction as well. Decrease the factions counter for the tablet type. And then comma, as we have used one in the spawning pool. Okay, cool. So that part's now done. Red. Good morning, Red. How are you going? Just popping in to say you are the goat, dude. Big ups, lad. I don't know about being a goat. I could do with a goat to eat my grass at the moment because I can't cut it. It's too fucking wet. But, you know, I'll try my best with these things. And hopefully, when I do get this released. I don't really have any idea on when that might be. Um, yeah, I don't even know if I'm not aiming for a specific date at this time, so it could be several months, many months. Um, Especially if I get sidetracked by games like I think it's in 2 weeks. Satisfactory version 1.0 will be releasing, and I dare say that that's going to distract me for a while. So, so I've got to try and get in as much work as I can before then. I mean, because the factory must grow after all. But thank you for that compliment, mate. Alright, next to do, decrease the number of empty slots on the spawning pool. Okay, so that's an easy one. Because that's just going to target spawning pool dot number of empty slots is equal to itself minus 1. There we go, that was the easiest bit yet. Excuse me. Bloody cough. Hey, Zeldy. You want to... No, you can't sit on the lap now. How am I going to reach my keyboard? Okay, you sit there. I'll reach over you. Come on, then. Okay, what's the comment for this? Ensure that we decrease the number of available slots, number of empty slots on the spawn. I've forgotten how to type. A spawning pool. Okay, so that part is now done. So what's next? Determine if the spawning pool has any free sockets. Easy way to check is the slot number we just used for the tablet added. Now why am I doing this check again? Determine if the spawning pool has any free sockets. If there are no more free sockets, then update the spawning pool. We've just updated the spawning pool. Why am I checking? Ah, that's right. So that part. No, Zelda, please do not bite my fingers. Okay, now I'm being attacked as I type. Yeah, that's my thumb. You can't be that hungry that you want to eat my thumb. You don't eat for another half an hour. Come on. Good girl. Okay. No, you're distracting me, Zelda. I can't remember. Yeah, okay, that's it. If you do that one more time, I'm going to have to ask you to get down. Okay, so if the spawning... Oh, that's right. If the target spawning pool... Oh, damn it, wrong key. If the target spawning pool, the number of empty slots is now 0, then we activate the spawning pool. Target spawning pool dot is active is set to true. Okay, so what happens is with these spawning pools, actually it'd be easier to explain this, I suppose, if you could see an image of the spawning pool. Alright, Zelda, stop. So let's start up the game. Oh, Zelda, don't press that button. That's not helpful. So, so I've currently got one of my cats interfering. Hey, you interfering. Alright. Let's go into the game. Oh, bollocks. I didn't check if I've got the mod active, girl. I might have to come out and then go back in. Don't worry, I'll feed you soon. Feed you soon. Let's see. Luzerdaman. Mazda Mundi will do. And now we wait for it to load. I'm probably going to find that I've turned the mod off, because I started playing a Vampire Counts campaign on Sunday, and I haven't run the mod since Saturday. So I probably turned it off when I started that campaign. I should have checked what mods were active. Hopefully, though, it's active and I don't have to come out, go back out and restart. We'll find out in a moment. No, it's not active. Of course not. Alright. Exit to Windows. It was bound to be the case, wasn't it? Total Warhammer 3. Alright, Mod Manager. And then we got that one. Okay, now let's try that again. So then I could try and explain what I'm doing here in this method, because if you've just been sitting there watching me type all this in, you may be wondering, well, what's all this about? What's the fucking point? And that's obviously, that's understandable. Alright, so let's start a new campaign. Hello, Wolf. Have another cat joining me. Hey, Wolfie. Yes, your breakfast isn't far off, don't worry. Okay, alright, it should be active this time. So this version that's going to be running won't have all the changes in the code I was just doing, because I haven't updated the version that's on the game to use that one. So this one will be 4 days old, I think. This was working as of Saturday. Mr. Mazdamundi. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so this does have the Medallion of Chaqua running, because you can see up here we've got a new toolbar, brand new toolbar. Actually, not brand new toolbar, but brand new. My webcam is actually covering the sodding thing. Bad positioning. There we go. A brand new toolbar section with the button to open the medallion screen, the button to open the ancient spawning pool screen, the button to open the medallion fragment map, which lets you see where all the fragments are lets you see where fragments that your astromancers have discovered are located. This isn't always available. Well, actually, I'm not sure if I'll have it always available or if it opens up after a certain number of fragments. And then this here is for the list of tablets that you've collected, which is currently a work in progress. So I think many of you will probably have seen this screen. Now this is still a work in progress, as this fragment effects section is not running, as I haven't added all of these effects into the database. I've got how many effects have I got to add? Each lord has their own set of effects. So that's 7 by 16 fragments. Some fragments have multiple effects. Say 7 by 20. So it's about 140, 150 effects I have to add into the database for this. Now where is the... There we go. I'm trying to navigate around a cat who's sitting right in front of the monitor. Thankfully I've got this open now on multiple screens so I can see what I'm doing. This one here is the map. It shows you the location of fragments, so you can see, it's telling you about the fragment of the falling gates, and you can also see that it's got the VFX there to let you know that there's something going on there. Let's close that. Something that's a little bit new is also, you notice this icon here at Hexoadal. So some settlements now have ancient spawning pools in their regions, and that little icon indicates that there's a spawning pool in the region. So when that spawning pool is under lizardmen control, doesn't have to be your faction, just any lizardman faction, then you and the AI can start slotting these tablets that you've gained into the available sockets on the spawning pool. And then those tablets determine what stats or stat bonuses the units spawned at that spawning pool will get. So this is the first time I'm showing off the spawning pool screen. So let's open it up. Alright. And you can't see a good portion of it because it's okay. So this here is all of the available spawning pool tablets. How many are there? 1, 2, 3. So there's 24. I think I said there were 20 in the message I put out on the community tab. Yes, there's 24, not 20. Down the bottom, these are the 7 sockets that are available for the player and the AI to put tablets into. So what happens is, on the AI's turn, when they fight their battles, just like when you fight your battles, they have a random, they've got a chance, the default being 20%, of obtaining a tablet, so one of these tablets, to socket into a random spawning pool. And you compete with the AI for control over the spawning pools. So it's kind of like that mechanic that the Chaos Dwarfs have, where you're competing for the tower, except instead of just one tower, there are 7 spawning pools. So you've got the spawn of the Eternal City, which is here in Hexawaddle. I think that's Hexawaddle. Then there's a spawning pool in... All the spawning pools are in Lustria. That's why I've got it that you don't have to control the region yourself, just that a lizardman has to control the region. If an enemy faction takes it over and it's no longer under control of a lizardman, it cannot be used anymore. So its spawning cycle pauses until you or another lizardman faction takes it over. But whichever faction, so whoever adds the most tablets into this section here, gains control of it and gets access to the units that are spawned. So if, for instance, you're playing as Mazdamundi and you've got 2 tablets socketed in here, let's say that Gorok has also got 2 and there's 1 free slot. If Gorok beats you to that free slot, then he has control of it. However, if Gorok is confederated or killed, then it will fall to whoever has the next number of slots. So that will be you. So it's a little... I don't think it's overly complicated, but it's a little complicated at first. And what also makes it a little bit more complicated is that each ancient spawning pool is powered by a geomantic gem, which you can't see because it's underneath this panel at the moment. Actually, I might actually be able to hide. Let's hide that panel. We want this one. This is a godsend, this thing they added in Warhammer 3 to see the actual makeup. Oh. That's my alarm going off. So, there we go. That's why I would have been getting up if I'd been able to sleep. I need to hide this panel. Where's the panel? There it is. Available tablet. There we go. So, excuse me. Each spawning pool has a set type of creature that will spawn from there. So this one's Stegodons and Bastilinons, I think. But here's that gem I talked about. So you can take that gem out, and that pauses the spawning cycle here, and you can then use that gem in the gem slots in the medallion. And if you have a gem here and you've completed the inner circle, then you gain access to teleportation, where you can teleport across the map. And if you have gems in these other spots, then you get bonuses. So you so what happens when you've got control of gems? They appear here in this radial slot here, so you can see all the different spawn pools. You got the spawn pool of the sun, spawn of the moon, spawn of the turtle, the first city, the tower, the eternal city, and the sentinels. So each one of these is a geometric gem that you might have access to if you control it. And if you can control it, you can choose to click on here and assign it to a socket. So it's a bit of a give and take in the mechanic where you decide whether, do I need this spawning pool active anymore? Have I got enough units? I might use the gem for something else. So a bit complicated in parts, but not too complicated, I don't think. I like to think it's okay. Chief Hagender, I have some experience with basic. Oh, fantastic. And a rolling. Hang on, what's that emoji? A laughing, crying emoji. Okay. Does that mean that you have some being a lot of experience or some being very little? Seems to be a huge amount of work to do alone to invent all the different buffs and to balance them out against another. It is a fair amount of work. I'm not going to lie, but I've done more work on mods in the past. So this, let's exit out of that now that you have some indication of what's happening. I mean, this here isn't too complicated. I mean, you can't see at the moment. Let me move this. Oops. Didn't mean to move that. I want to move the camera. Let's hide the camera for a second. So you can see these are all the different classes which currently have code. Now, there's not that much code in this one. I mean, how many lines of code are in here? Only 7,000 in that one. But most of this one, as you can see, the first 4,000 is, the first 5,000 is just taken up with fragment properties. So there's about 2,000 lines of actual code there. Another 400 there. That's what, 3,000-ish. That's about another 4,000-ish. Yeah, so it's not that much. It's maybe about 4,500 lines of real code at the moment. And the one I did for Bretonia was up at about 10,000 lines. So, where's my water gone? There it is. Okay. So the most time-consuming and difficult part will be as I add in all of the different effects, but I haven't done very much on the database stuff yet. I think the only effects I've set up are the effects for the tablets, and they're not completely done. This is just the basic tablet names, just so I can remember what I'll be adding in, basically. Back to the code window. Where was the code? That one, spawn pool manager. Alright, so was there anything else left? Determine if the spawning pool has any free sockets. We did that, and we set it to active, so that bit's done as well. So I think this function is almost complete. Let's close that off there. So what have we got here? If the tablet is not unique, we need to ensure that's already done. Decrease the factions tablet counter for the tablet. That's already done as well. Alright, it looks like this function is done. God, look how deep that setting goes. Alright, so now it just needs a description. So, slot tablet into random spawn pool. Select a spawning pool at random. Selects a spawning pool at random and determines if it has any free slots. Hey Bashir, how you going? Any free slots? Another one of my cats, Bashir's just jumped on the desk. She probably wants her food now. That's 4 of them have told me they want to eat. Selects a spawning pool at random and determines if it has any free slots available. If it does, then we get a tablet at random from the AI's tablet counters collection to socket into the spawning pool. We need to ensure that the tablet can be socketed. And E.G. that it is unique. Oh no, not that. Let's change that. We need to ensure that if the tablet is unique, cannot be stacked, that it does not already exist in the spawning pool's tablets collection. As this would be a stupid thing to occur, and even the AI is not that stupid to waste a tablet slot. There we go. Done. No idea if it works, but it's done. Hellforger, good morning, how you going? Oh my god, favourite modder ever is back and rocking. I'm back. Rocking, we shall see. If this works, I'm not expecting it to work first time. Very rarely does the stuff I do first time work, because I make spelling mistakes all over the place. But if this works, then I will consider myself rocking. Now, do I have any other items here which have a to-do on them? Let's just have a look. Oh, what is it? Oh, you want your breakfast now, leader? Okay, all right. Give me 2 minutes, leader. 2 minutes. All right. Let's just have a quick search through. That's okay. The rarity stuff is okay. Oh, what's that note? Okay, that's okay. That stuff could be jumped down. That's all fine. Okay, I'm just looking to see if I've only got any to-do reminders on anything. Nope, that's just a note. That's got a message event. That's fine. That's all fine. Yeah, okay, so that all looks okay, so I'll probably test that today. So let's just give myself a reminder about that. So to test this, I'm gonna have to let the AI, so for this to work, a Lizardman AI faction, test. Lizardman AI faction will need to win a battle and gain a tablet. Then on the next turn, we will need to call the, what's the name of this function? Slot tablet into random pool. The slot tablet into random pool function to add a tablet to one of the spawning pool slots. So to make it possible to easier to test, I'll change the percentage chance from 20% to 100%. So the why was I done that? Oh, it's because of the size of the text. Let's just make that smaller. So that the AI has a 100% chance. So I'll just put myself a reminder here to change that back. We don't want them always getting a tablet. Change back to 20% chance after testing. There we go. Alright, I am going to have to call it there because my cats are getting really agitated. If I don't feed them soon, they're going to rebel, and then I'll be in real trouble. Oh, we got one more comment from Hellforger. Haha, well, I waited for this mod to be available in Warhammer 3 for years now, so I'm more than willing to wait however it takes until it's up and running again. Yeah, I think I said earlier in the stream, I'm not sure how long it's going to be. I'm just taking it a couple of days at a time. I'm not trying to bite off more than I can chew. With the dwarf mod, I think, and actually with the Bretonian mod as well, I tried to do too much by giving all of the factions their own unique things. I'm not doing that this time for the Lizardmen. This is just a mechanic for all Lizardmen. Except there's a small caveat to that. Oxyotl does not go on the hunt for the medallion. And the reason for that is that since Oxyotl's already got his teleporting mechanic, he doesn't need the teleporting mechanic that's part of the medallion. So Oxyotl can still use the spawning pools, but he doesn't go hunting for the medallion because he's got his own mechanic for that. But the other 6 legendary lords do, and I'll probably make it that when you play as any of the other factions, if you're using oh, what's the name of that tool? What's the name of them? I can't remember the name of the mod that lets you play as any faction. But if you're playing as any faction, any Lisbon faction, then you'll also be able to go on the hunt for the medallion. It's just Oxyotl, because of his unique mechanic, won't. So yeah, but no individual mechanics at this stage. I'm thinking once I've got this one done, then I'm going to look at an individual mechanic for a completely different faction. I've got a whole list of notes on my phone about what factions that might be. My car was in the garage the other day, and I was sitting there, waiting the last 10 minutes, and I was taking notes for a new version of Ungrim's Monster Hunt mechanic, which adds a whole new section where you actually train up the monsters. But yeah, that's that's something in my head. But I don't want to get ahead of myself with that. Anyway, so sorry. My cats are running around the place like madmen, and I've got 2 of them sitting right here next to my shoulder. Don't know if you can. Let me bring that camera back online. So we have shaky cam, and I am terrible with this. So that's Lita. She's in a bad mood right now. She's pissed. And that's Bashir, black cat, sitting on top of there. And then I've got 2 of my other cats who are running around causing havoc. So I'd better go feed them. Nice. You have Patreon up and running again. Donated for the support. Thank you. Yeah, I do have the Patreon up and running. I've lowered the price. I think it's $1 or $2. I didn't feel right. I think it used to be $5 or $10. I just don't feel right with that. If anybody, wants to sign up on that for $1 a month, or then I'd be ecstatic. That would be lovely. But don't feel like you have to do so. I mean, you haven't even played the mod yet, so don't feel like you have to do anything before it's out, or even when it's out. But as I said, I should get going. My cats are expecting their breakfast, and I need to get myself another coffee. I'm quite parched now. But thank you to everybody that dropped by, and for the curiosity, and everybody that said hello in the chat. I'm not sure when I'll do this again. Probably be when I have a new section of the code that I'm working on. So I don't think it would be very interesting for me to be modding a section where I'm just trying to fix up a bug and constantly restarting the game. That would probably be boring as all hell. But this probably was too. But I will do this again. I'm just not sure what the time is, and I'm not sure when my next video will be released or what that will even be about. I'm not going to try and do as many videos as I used to. I want to concentrate more on the modding at this point. And if I start doing too many videos again, then well, the modding will just slow down. Well, it sounds like I'm getting hail now. Interesting. Okay, well, as I said, thank you everybody for dropping by. I've got to run, but I'll see you another time. So everybody, have a great day. I certainly will. See you later.